I'm Edie Lush, Executive Editor of Hub Culture. Absolutely delighted to be here with a friend, Rehan Baig. How are you?
Very good. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Nice to see you. So, Chief Sustainability and Corporate Affairs Officer at ACWA Power. So, you guys are like the secret power behind the energy transition.
Yes.
Not a lot of folks know about you. Tell me what you're doing to enable the clean energy transition.
Yeah, I think secret power is a really great term for it, because ACWA Power has really been doing a lot of stuff around it, not talking about it. So we are leading the transition, and let me give you a little bit of background. So ACWA Power is the largest private desalination company in the world. We do about 7.6 million cubic meters of water a day. We are doing about 53 gigawatts of energy, of which about 44% is renewable. 10 years ago, there was zero, and now it's a significant amount. And we are the first mover in green hydrogen in partnership with our partners, Air Products, NEOM, and ourselves. It's an $8.5 billion project that we're building to do 600 tons of ammonia a day, one of the largest in the world. So our role is really, we've been able to find that amazing mix of being able to get climate finance behind some really large projects, working with governments in a public-private partnership to deliver these kind of extraordinary results that we're seeing.
So tell me about desalination, because we're standing on the 10th floor of a skyscraper here in Dubai. I'm assuming most of the water here comes from a desalination plant, as it does for a lot of Dubai and a lot of the region. I've read, however, about the nasty side of desalination, putting the brine back into the ocean. Tell me about that, and tell me about technology and how that field is innovating.
So we have, if I give you an example on efficiency, let's talk about energy efficiency for a while, right? So, because it's not talked enough, in my opinion, at all, right? So about 10 years ago, it used to take about 20 kilowatts of energy to run a desalination plant. Very old technologies, usually multi-stage flash distillation projects. Today, all of ACWA Power is at seawater reverse osmosis plants.
Right.
And we've brought the energy cost of that down to about, so energy requirements about 3 kilowatts per hour for this, And today, we have the world record on the lowest energy cost for a desalination plant. It's under 40 cents for a cubic meter, which is about 1,000 liters. So under 40 cents for 1,000 liters. And as far as brine goes, we have reduced this significantly in terms of, I wouldn't call it nasty stuff, and we're not really putting it back.
Right.
We have got very, very significant technologies that we use to monitor, not just brine, but also the level of heat that the water takes when you put it back in the outfalls. So
that's fascinating. Tell me a little bit about some of the other areas as well about renewables, and give me a little bit of depth there.
So renewables, in the old days, renewables was like an ideological thing, right? So do you do renewables or do you not do it? Right now, it's the most simple thing to do. It's the smartest thing to do, because you can deploy it really fast, really cheap, and it takes no time. So essentially, you could put up a plant in about 12 months and it'll be cheap and it's efficient. So it's not a question of ideology. Let's just do it, and we should be doing a lot more of it. And like I said, we have deployed, like I said, in a very short period of time, a lot of renewables.
Solar, wind?
A lot of solar, and we're also doing wind in many, many places. Central Asia, where we've pushed into now, is we're doing a lot more wind projects. We're also doing, in the hydrogen project, half of that is, of the roughly 4 gigawatts that we do, half of that is wind and half of that is solar. So, yeah, and the great part about this part of the world is obviously you've got the sun, you've got the wind, you've got the right territory, you've got loads of land. So we're in the right place.
So do you think it's possible that we see this tripling of renewable power? I think that's in the region that could be achieved?
So ACWA Power, in 7 years, our target is we will more than triple. So we are currently at 50 gigawatts. We can easily foresee that we will hit 150 gigawatts in renewable for sure. We'll double our water capacity. I think it's absolutely doable. It's really about getting the framework right. So do we have the right public-private partnerships? There's work. In terms of generation, is quite an easy solution, I think. It's more about grids and grid capacity and how they can take it. But I truly believe that
What
it can
needs
be
to
done.
happen on the grid front? Because that is one of the things that needs the most investment, right?
Yeah. So I mean, the problem with the developer model is or the problem with grids rather is that they've been there for so long, and they've been really there, deployed by governments in many places. So where does this fall, and whose area is this in? Is something that we've been struggling with. So it really, again, it's about how public and the government come together, private, in being able to develop and see what we can do on the grid front. But a lot of that onus still lies with governments because they're the ones who are part of the transmission side. We're in the development side of the business.
Got it. Okay, so finally, green hydrogen. Hydrogen plants, it seems like the next big thing. You're already doing it. Tell me a little bit about how different that is from other kinds of energy.
So hydrogen has been made for a long time. I mean, it's been around for many years. It's just that the fuel source behind it has been, fossil fuels. And even today, ammonia has been used in many industries, in fertilizer. But really, the basis of green hydrogen is to use it in places like Europe or in the Far East, in hard-to-abate sectors like in steel or in cement, etc. So it's been happening. It's only that now we've been able to get the cost of renewables down so low that it becomes viable. However, but we're still reliant on electrolyzers to convert it, and then remains the issue of how we will transport it. But it is again, if you thought about renewables 20 years ago, you would have never believed the kind of numbers we're talking about right now. And I think the same will happen with green hydrogen.
And the cost will come down as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, one of the biggest issues is about off-takers and their ability to say, look, we want to, this stuff takes 20, 30 years and people don't want to commit to it right now. But very soon, as we have seen, technology really takes root and then you're able to deploy really quickly. So I believe that over time, things will come down. It comes down to electrolyzer efficiencies as well, but I think that's entirely possible.
All right, Rehan, thank you so much for stopping by Hub Culture.
Thank you.
I'm Edie Lush.
Thank you.